All right, welcome guys to the AI Breakfast Lab. My name is Ed Garza. We're here live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Today we're going to talk a little bit about email marketing. Okay, we're going to talk about how we have an email platform in our suite of tools, which is an AI Global Wholesale Club, where we allow you to send broadcast emails. We allow you to set up automated emails. You can even buy your own domain names and domain emails right in the platform, making it easy for you. You can build free websites. You can build free chatbots with a knowledge base. But obviously, email marketing and automation is included in our platform if you didn't know that at no extra charge. What do you think about that? Some of you may not even have known that if you guys are still here. Yes, so Magic Kids we are still doing that to answer a question. Yes, I'm sorry you haven't received any emails. We're going to work on that to get the emails out to everybody on automation. That's important. So we'll take care of that. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning, Jonathan. Welcome from Austin. Excellent. 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 All right, guys. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let me pull the platform up a little bit and let's get to the back end and let me show you some stuff here. All right. There we go. All right. So the email is going to be underneath the tools for website building. Okay. So let's just get down here and let's look at. So obviously you can buy domains, you can get email setup. So email setup is real simple. I already have an email in the platform. If I wanted to add an email, it's $3.99 to get a domain email. That means if you have a domain in the platform, which I got domains in the platform here that I have. So if I wanted to get like an email for, let's say, uh, Eddie James music, right? I can get an email. I can set it up to like, whatever, sales or info or news. And you can set up more than one if you need more than one, right? You put your name and email address in and you subscribe to it. So a lot of people ask, well, how do I cancel it? I want to cancel my subscription. Well, you cancel your subscription. You just go here and you delete the account. That's it. That's how you delete if you want to remove your email. Okay. So we even have a tutorial here on how to set up your email. Okay. Pretty robust and simple. So that is your branded email. Now, what you want to make sure of when you get an email, don't leave it on brand mail. I've had some people do that. I mean, it's just go to each form, common sense, first name, last name, email address, and choose your pop down on your domain. Okay. All right. And then you set up your email. Then once you set up your email, like right here, right, you can reset your password here. You can see reset password. Um, you can, by the way, you can even add an email address. Let's say you have one already, right? If you already have one, um, then you can set up, uh, you can reset password. You can set domain setup here. So this is where it's already done for you here. You see, these are the records you would need. So for example, if you brought if you brought a domain over from GoDaddy and you brought it inside the platform. So let me just show you how relevant this is, okay? So if you go to your manager website and you say you have domains. So I have domains here. How do you know if you bought a domain in the platform? Is you're going to see the auto renew right here turned on. See that? The blue? You turn them on and off. That's for auto renew annually. Then you also have ones that you don't have it, like this one here, bornlatino.com doesn't have it. That's because I purchased that on GoDaddy years ago, and I brought it in here so that I could maybe build a site for it one day, or I could set up an email. I just brought it in here for some reason. I can't remember why, but I brought it in here. So if you bring your own domain over from, I don't care what platform it is, it's called a registrar. Your registrar for your domain name is separate than your hosting company. Think of it like your registrar is like your the home. um, let's see, the registrar is like you. I'm trying to do an analogy here. Your registrar is like your furniture, everything that you own. Now you can host that furniture anywhere you want, right? If you want to live in Dallas, Austin, you want to live in Florida, you want to move somewhere else, but you still own your furniture, you own your clothes, you own your coffee table, you own everything. You own the domain. So that's a registrar. And then you have hosting, which is where you live, where your website lives. So I bought the domain Born Latino. I'm trying to go very basic for you guys so you understand it. I bought the domain Born Latino on GoDaddy, register, and I decide I want to live here. Is that clear, James?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so now that you understand that, if you understand that, put a 5 in the chat. Let me know you understand that. All right. So now let's go back. If I have a domain name, because a lot of people ask me these questions. Like, well, my email's not working. Well, where did you buy your domain name? Well, I bought it at GoDaddy or I bought it at wherever. Okay. So your email is not working and you bought the email on the platform? Yes, I did. So I go on their platform, I look, I say, okay, obviously you didn't buy the domain name here, you bought it at somewhere else. I don't know. But what do you have to do? So you can obviously buy an email. If I bring a domain name from somewhere else, I can buy an email now for it. Like if I want to buy an email, I can buy Born Latino. See here, it's going to be right in here. Let's look for it. Born Latino. There it is, right there. See, I can buy an email address for Born Latino right now. You guys see that? If you see, you understand? But
Yep.
Born Latino is hosted. It's my registrar is on GoDaddy. I'm hosting it here. Sure, I could buy it. It's not going to work until I go into this area here with these 3 dots. See these 3 dots? And you got to click on domain setup. And then what you have to do, we're not going to do it for you. What you have to do is you have to take all of these variables. It's going to give you all these variables. You need to add these to your domain setup. It's called your DNS records. If you don't know how to do it, call GoDaddy. Okay? They'll show you where to go. They may even do it for you if you ask them. Or call your domain registrar. Okay? So again, to repeat, if you buy an email address and your domain is registered somewhere else, you have to set up the DNS. You have to set up the DNS records. And that's a text record, TXT, and that's an MX, and that's an MX. Mail server 1, mail server 2, and the TX. The do it for me is like if I bought the email here in the platform. And then this button over here takes you to your email account where I click on that and wada boom, it opens up my email and then I can log in. I have my password saved. And I can log in, I can check my email right here, webmail. Okay. So that's email setup. So once your email is set up, and let's say I built a funnel in the system, and I want to set up some automation, which is kind of cool, right? So let's go to website. Let's go to my landing page or the website funnel builder. Remember that landing page architect doesn't build websites for you. I've had that question also. That's why your people need to come to the AI Breakfast Lab so they can learn. They buy the platform and they don't come. Tell your people your onboarding should be to bring them here to get trained so they don't miss out. It'll help you reduce churn and keep your revenue safe for your family, right? So bring them here so they can learn. Landing page architect does not build websites. It builds the copy. How many times have we done that? The copy for your website. The website and funnel builder builds your funnel. So let's go here. Let me close here. And there's a tutorial here also. And let's just go into, let's say, let's go to Focus and Fire. It's not, it's a book that James and I wrote over a year ago. I just brought it over to this platform. Let's close this. Let's go to edit the page. All right. And then let's go down here. It's a cool book cover, isn't it? Remember that one, James? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. What to expect. It's a good funnel, right? It's a good book funnel, you know. Really good book funnel. There's even character we made, focus and fire, right? Unlock your business genius, right? And so it's got FAQ questions, everything. Really, really cool funnel. Okay. So let's create like a form on here, and I'm going to show you something. So let's say if I click on this, what happens? Let me see here. Let's view this. Cool. Yeah, it's a great video. I don't remember that video. Do you remember it?
I don't write off.
Yeah, I was just curious. What is this?
Have you ever dreamed of writing a book that truly sets you apart? One that opens doors, brings new clients, and leads to opportunities you hadn't even imagined. Maybe you've started and stopped, outlined a few chapters, or just stared at a blinking cursor, overwhelmed by where to begin. If you're like most high achievers, you know a book could be the spark that changes everything.
That's a great video. I remember that one. Yeah, excellent video. So if I click on grab, okay, there's a form there. Okay, so there is the form for them to somebody to get it, right? Okay, so let's go back to the funnel and let's go back and let's click on automate. So there's options here. See, I'm back in the builder here, and there's an option here. Remember, I set up my email already. Okay, and I click on automate, and I can create a new action here. Close this so you can see everything. So a new action, and I can name it. Let's say I name it. Thank you. Thank you, email. And the condition, I want to send it to an email. The condition is an opt-in, right? They're going to opt. We're talking about this page. Okay, they're opting into the page. They're opting in to download the book. Okay. Now, obviously, you could do. Let's say you have a two-step order process where somebody, maybe you have Stripe integrated into your platform, which doesn't cost you anything. You have to have a Stripe account. Maybe they're buying your book. So a two-step order process. Let me slow down and show you that. So you go to components, add a component, and then I'm looking for a checkout. See, checkout. And I want to do a two-step order. So let's say I do a two-step order and I put it right here. Okay. So two-step order, what that is they put in their name and their email and their phone number. Comprende? And then here's step two. They put in their credit card information. Understand? Put a five in the chat and you understand. That's a two-step order product. We have this. You integrated your Stripe, right? You add the product to your page. So let's go back. So after you do, before you do the two-step product, you want to add your product here, right? So this is where you add your product. See products up here? You want to integrate your Stripe. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to go here. Integration on your name, integration on your name, integration, and then Stripe. Connect with Stripe. See? Log into your Stripe, connect it. So once that's connected, let's go back to the website. Go in a lot of different places. Let's log back in. It's all real simple. There's no technical skills required here, guys. We make it easy. You just click a button, right? You just got to know where to go. You got to know where to find it, right? It's kind of like driving a car, where's the brake, where's the gas, where's the cruise control, where's the AC, where's the radio, how do you roll down the window, right? Just features, right? What side of the car is the gas tank on, right? It's just getting used to it. That's it. There's no technical soup here. All right. We try to make it easy for you guys to do this. Let's go back to the website. Let's go to Focus and Fire. All right. So if you got to integrate your Stripe, and then you can set up a product, right, in the platform. Let's go back, reload that. Okay, there we go. You set up a product. Once your Stripe is connected, mine's not connected. See, it says product not found. And if your Stripe is connected, you could add a new product. Okay, so there it is. There's a Stripe, MomentumTech Corporation. I go next, and if I go next, then I can set a price point, right? Like we have different subscriptions, you understand? But I'm not going to do that because I don't need to do that. But you got to connect your Stripe, and you could add a product. When you add your product, your Stripe should be here, and then if your product's in your Stripe, then you could add your book purchase in there. Comprende? Everybody understand that? Put a five in the chat. You understand that? Simple, not difficult. Let's go back to pages in general. And then let's go to automate. So I wanted to show you this. So you add a new action. So we're going to name this one thank you email. So the condition, I can send it to everyone in my database, in the CRM in the platform. Or I could just send it to email opt-ins. I want to send it to email opt-ins. But if they're purchasing, I can say, you know what? If they just put in their name and email on the first step of the two-step order process, I can send them an email. Hey, you forgot something. You guys follow me now? You follow me, James?
Yep.
Okay. Why would you do that, James?
Well, you want to, let them know you appreciate them. Keep in touch with them.
Right. And they didn't make the purchase.
Right.
Incomplete purchase.
Oh yeah, you just want to keep them in, get them back in. That's called a bounced checkout or something like that. I forget the exact name. But you want to get them.
Yeah, they
abandoned cart. Yeah.
And I can tell you that's a big problem with a lot of businesses. They have in e-commerce stores, people abandon the cart and they don't have any incomplete, email autoresponders. Well, you can set up email responders here, right with this. And there's no charge for it, by the way. And then you can also do purchase complete if they're purchasing. But in this case, we're just doing opt-in, right? And what do you want to do? Again, making it simple. There's no tech setup. What actions do you want to do? I want to email the user. I want to notify the owner. Maybe I want to get a notification. So if I say notify owner, it's going to send me an email that someone opted in because it's my email on the account, the AI account, right? The email that you log in with. I could add it to a list. I can remove from list. I can send an SMS. How do you send an SMS? Well, you got to set up your SMS in the platform. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's go to email user. because they're opting in, and then I can set up my email configuration. There it is. It should pop up. See, there's my email. And then the sender email is right there. And the sender name is me. But and I put in the subject maybe. All right. Whatever subject line I wanted. And I could configure my entire email here. You could add like images, you could add like video URLs to the email, you could format it bold, you could add links, you can format here, bullet list, numbered list, and then you could delay it like, you know, no delay, or you could delay it, 1 hour, or you could delay it days. You can set up whole email sequences all in this platform, and you can write all the emails here. Yeah. Cool beans, right? See what we could do, James. We use this for free. So we could send, you know, broadcast emails to everybody here free. We don't pay anything.
Yep.
There's no limit. I wouldn't recommend doing cold email. These are warm leads, right? We're not a cold email system. You're gonna you're gonna basically blacklist your domain if you do that. If you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so don't do that. This is for warm emails, people that are opted in, right? Or using our platform. So you can set up all kinds of automated emails. So you set up one, you can set up another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Cool? Understand? That's on this funnel. Now, how do you set up integrations for SMS? Well, here's email, and I got my email here. Okay, and I set up the SMTP here. That's the SMTP you need, secure.email server. I mean, this is in our community. It's all there. 587. It's in our community. You could look at it. It's in the training. You could look at it. There's my email, there's my name, and there's TLS, right? When you set it up, you got to put in your password and everything else. That's how it's connected, SMTP. You could use Mailgun. It costs you money, or SendGrid if you want to, but we just use SMTP. Messaging, you just got to set up an account with Twilio. So you just got to go to Twilio here. You just click on Twilio. See, I don't think it goes there. Just see here. Open link in the tab. I don't think that works. So you just got to go to Twilio.com. So let's just put that in the link here. Twilio. Ask ChatGPT. Twilio. Let's get a link. What their website is. Do you know, James? Maybe that's it right there. Yep, that's it right there. Okay. All right, Twilio. Yeah, see they do SMS. Perfect. Okay. So Twilio.com. Okay. And they got a lot of, you can go real deep into Twilio, right, James?
Oh yeah.
They do a lot of stuff. Okay. It's highly technical. We don't support it. Okay. So if you want to use it at your own risk. So probably Twilio.com. Let's look. Yep, that's it. So you just set up, you can start for free if you want to. Here's their pricing model. So you're using it for SMS. So here's their pricing model based on, how much text messaging you do. Yeah. So you pay per message. Or you could just set up and stick with our AI platform and do the SMS, just do email marketing, right? But if you want to do messaging, you got to set up Twilio. So you got to put in your account SID and your authorized token. You get that from Twilio. and then you add the account. It's not that difficult. Okay. But if you need to set it up, you can do it. Once that's set up, then you can do SMS. Everybody understand?
I understand.
Put a five in the chat. You understand? Yes, 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 yes. You guys understand. Great, great. So there's payments. There's Momentum Tech Corporation set up, and you can connect your Google account if you want to as well. There's reasons you would do that later. Later, I'll tell you more about that later in another training. But you can connect your Google account also. So go back here. We covered quite a bit on the website and email marketing. Okay. So email marketing, brain mail. So let's go back and look here a little bit more. Show you a little bit more around the web builder here. So you have obviously you have products. I showed you that. You got to integrate your Stripe, automate where you can set up automation, and then configuration is basically where you configure, the title of your page. The maybe it's a path. Path stands for like / special. Maybe you do a different type of website. You got settings. So you can connect the domain. I haven't connected the domain yet. And then this is where just basic website setting stuff. Pretty simple. And anybody that downloads the book, we make it easy. There's a form on the website. I could just click this button right there one time and click save, and it'll automatically send me an email when somebody fills out that form or when a new contact is created. Right? That's easy, right? So this is just like basic settings. You can buy domains or you can connect the domain if you want to. All right, that's under settings. This is where you would see all your sales if you were selling something, all tracked for you. You can download the CSV. This is where all the contacts would live, basically everybody that filled out the forms on your website. These are going to be the stats, if you have stats on your website yet, like gross sales and everything. So you can see this could manage a basic e-commerce store really easy. And this is a book funnel, really cool book funnel. Yeah, yeah, a really good, cool book funnel. And yeah, good formatting. The logo was created in the platform. And yeah, maybe we'll use this as a giveaway sometime. I think it's a really good book. Uh, so we'll work on that later. Okay, cool. That's the website platform. And if I wanted to, for example, create a thank you page, because after they fill the form out and buy it, you should probably have a thank you page. Do you think so, James? Yeah,
So
yeah.
yes.
So let's do this. So let's go. You can come over here and you can go to settings. And actually, you want to go to configuration, wrong place. Let's go back to pages, configuration. Nope. Let's go to pages again. Let's see here. I want to take this page. Let me look here. I know what I'm looking to do. I just got to find it. Here, pages, products, automation. Here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so down at the bottom, this is under configuration. Clone the funnel step. Now, you don't want to clone the step until you have the first page done because you don't want to go in and change the header and the logo and the footer and all the information, right? So you just clone it and you say, yes, clone it. There's the clone, right? This is going to be the thank you page. So I just go into configuration and I can just say focus and fire, thank you, right? This is after they purchase or after they download the book. Okay. And this is going to be thank you. Okay. Excellent. So that's the thank you page. So I'm going to click on that. Then I can click on edit. And then I can come in here, and I could just say, hey, thank you, for purchasing or downloading our book. Boom. Get rid of the video, maybe. This is a video here, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that call to action. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then leave the book right there where they could download it, right? Or maybe put a downloadable book there, right? And then I could even put I could put an audio book in here, right? There's a chapter by chapter breakdown, right? See, so you could do whatever you want to with this, right? You could edit the meat of the page, right? Maybe I just want the book there and just some other, maybe what to expect in a chapter by chapter breakdown. And I could just delete the rest of this stuff, right? Here. Yep, see, that's it. Maybe that's all you want. Maybe you want a video in there thanking them. It's a thank you page, right? So you can make it how you want it. Then you got to save it. Okay. So when somebody fills out the form, I'll show you what you do now. Let's go back here. Okay. So we click here, and then we're going to set the action. Okay. So the action right now is a pop-up. Okay. So when they go to that pop-up, how do you change the settings? How do you want them? You want them to go to that page, right? So go to settings, pay attention, and then you want to go to the general tab, and then on submit, where do you want it to go? That's where you put it right there. Because it's already a pop-up. You understand? You can see it's a pop-up here, James.
Yep.
So you go to general settings and you put your destination here, which will be / thank you. The website / thank you. So it would have to be the entire domain. See, it says yoursite.com. See, it says yoursite.com. You see that in gray there? If you don't see it, I'll make it bigger.
Yeah, I see it.
See that? Yoursite.com / next page. So
Yeah.
put your site, whatever your site is. If you have your domain connected, / and then thank you. Whatever your slug is that you set it up. That's called a slug. What's called a slug? I'll tell you what's called a slug. A slug is like the extension at the end of your domain, right? So for example, if I go to configuration on this one, our slug is thank you. So it's got to be whatever your domain is / thank you. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that's some pretty in-depth training there for you guys on how to build it, with the exception of building the website. Just how to navigate everything, how to add a page, when to add a page. And you could add multiple pages here. Like if I wanted to add a blog, or if I wanted to add like a contact us page, an about us page, a staff page, et cetera, et cetera. And you could add navigation to the platform. So let's come up here. That's one thing I didn't show you, which would be important if you're going to have multiple pages, right? So you just go up here to columns or components, and you're going to add navigation. And we have a navigation, real simple way to do it. You add navigation. See, there it is. So I could add navigation at the top. There it is. And you could format this however you want. Font type, size, links. What's the link URL? Maybe about us and contact page. Cool. You can customize this however you want. You could put this wherever you want. Maybe you want it down here, right? You want it here. Maybe you want one in the footer. So you can put it in the footer also, which is a good idea and good practice, right? Down here, right? As well. Cool. So that's how you can build an entire website, which is pretty cool. And you can add motion to buttons, like right here, the download button. Just go settings. I'm going to show you a few features here. And you got different types of buttons. And you can say button width, style, border. Got all kinds of cool little things over here. Like if I wanted to put an icon in, in there, like let's say I want them to download the book. So I could look for something like that. Or I could type in a filter like download. Okay, there you go. So I could add that icon. Watch. See, it added it to the button. See that? Added an icon to it. That looks pretty cool. Adds a little something different to it. And then, of course, you can select your own font type. Let's go to set action. What I'm looking for is something else. So let's just look down here. You can change the color of your text or the background color. Let's go to themes. So obviously we got all kinds of themes. We got like, pill buttons, flat buttons, blue 3D, all kinds of cool buttons you could choose. And then I think that's pretty much it. Let's see, inline style, corners, border, text shadow, box shadow. There it is, button effect. So you can set up a button effect. See, you can set like maybe I want it to glow, right? Or maybe I want it to bounce, like a rocking loop. See how it rocks now? Little action. Or I can do hobble, like a hobble when they hover over it. Right. So now if I hover over it, only when it's live, it'll move, right? So again, you go over to miscellaneous and you look for effect, button effect right here. So I could say no effect. I would say bounce. Now it bounces. Now you don't want a lot of animation necessarily on your website, but having a little bit is kind of fun because it really your idea is to get someone's attention, right? See that? Pretty cool, right? And then you don't forget, you got to save it. You can preview it. You can always undo anything you want. And then how do you set up like the SEO settings in AEO, right? Because this is an AEO ready website that you can build here that's prepared for AI to find you already. It's done for you. We're the only platform in the marketplace that does this. Yes. So you can set up like your page description, your keywords, you can get your name, you can set your image for your social when you share it. It automatically puts in your schema markup into here. You don't want to remove this. This is important for you to be found on AI search engines and voice search engines, right? It's very important for you to be found like that. And then you can, once you save it, then you can optimize your speed. How did I do that? There's a little icon up here. It's like a little lightning bolt. Click on that. It says there's not enough content on the page to generate metadata. So it'll generate metadata for you. It'll add content and you can run the process if I add content to it, right? And then it'll actually reduce the size of the images to the right size, which is a WEBP size, which is not like a huge file, which is important to increase your speed on your website. It does it automatically for you. And then once your site is finished, you can see it automatically puts together your llms.txt file based on the content on your website. It does a complete schema markup and everything for you. If you want to look at it, there's not a lot of content on this website, so that's it right there. But it'll be longer based on how much content you have. That is the specific llms.txt file that's on your site. If you build it in the platform automatically, there's not one platform in the marketplace, period, that has this. So if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what is going to excite you guys. This is incredible stuff. It also does the complete sitemap for you, and it does the robot text file. This robot text file does for you is an upgrade on the robot text file so that voice AI can find you. Okay, so it's LL, it's all set based on the content that you have on your website. It's important. It's going to give you like a preview sitemap URL. That's the URL that the AI engines go to so they can read your site because they can't see the images, they can't see the copy, but they can see your sitemap. They can see your robot file. They can enter into your website with the LLMs.txt file. Okay. So that is our platform on the web. What's that? Some questions. Okay, here's some questions. Somebody asking a question about Q&A, really?
In the Q and
What
A, two questions.
what is the benefit?
Of $3.99 email, this platform, I'm still unclear about where my email is hosted. Is it Google? Is it this platform like the CRM? See it? It's not. Go to the Q and A.
Yeah. James, I'll let you answer that, brother.
Yeah, so the nice thing about the $3.99 emails, you can send out unlimited emails, and you can schedule emails on our system using that email, and you don't have to do all the configuration and stuff because it's already built into our system. And Katie, there's actually for funnels, there's actually some template funnels that are already set up where you can just like swap out text and images. Ed's showing you some advanced, a little more advanced stuff here for people that want to do something super fancy. But yeah, there's templates of funnels. You can just go in there, change out the image, copy and paste your text in place of what's in there, and you're good to go.
Like, I'm testing. Here's an example one, right? So, Katie, just for your benefit, it's not, you can go to the next. See, here's some, all you gotta do is swap out the text on a lot of this. So let's say I pick out, maybe I do this one, right? I feel like nature, a little bit of nature this morning. So I just go here and I can start building my funnel and copy. So here it is right here. And here it is right here. See, so I can start building this. Put my logo, beautiful background there, a little bit of information about who I am, the products that I want to offer, if I want to offer any products, right? See? So you can just change whatever you want here. Yeah. Cool. So you don't have to design a lot if you want to just use a template, right? We got all kinds of templates in the platform. So you could choose a template. Cool. And then we got some shared funnels here too. I think we gave you a couple funnels here, like MomentumTech funnels that you could use, right? These are great templates also that you can use. Right? It's already got the logo from MomentumTech, and we got training here too. So here's a training. It's 45 minutes of training on the website funnel landing page. Cool. All right, so let's go in and I'm going to work on something now. Let's see here. We got time for this? I think so. I think we got time for this. So
Yeah, yes, Ed, we have time. Everybody on the call is a member already, so we are going to skip the opportunity meeting after this. No need to go through that again because all these people have seen it a number of times.
yes. Okay, all right, good. So let's go through let's see here. So obviously, we were building the something the other day with a package that James and I are working on. It's going to be an upsell package that I think would be good for you guys to go over. I'm going to stop the live stream now, James, because we're going to talk about this. I don't want this on the live stream yet. Is that okay with you? Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry, I accidentally muted myself. Yes, let's do it, bro.
Yeah, let's just stop the live stream. Thank you guys for joining us Monday through Friday. Stay here, guys.